here to talk to you today a little bit about budget planning. I know, it's a subject that no one wants to talk about, and I personally dislike budgets, but I promise, once you get going, it's not so bad. So I'm here with a few tips on how to navigate the subject effectively. The first thing is that times are changing. Sure, your parents remember how much it cost them to get married, and so do your friends, but that's not necessarily what you're going to encounter when planning your wedding. Things change. There's inflation, there's reputations of different vendors, and there's the general economy. Things change and you need to keep that in mind. To avoid frustrations in this area, I recommend a simple rule. It's called the 3 most important rule. Sit down with your fiance and discuss together what matters most. Not just what matters to you, but what matters to him also. Is it the food that matters? How about the ambiance or the entertainment? Or have you dreamed about that dress or that venue since you were a little girl? Once you've decided what matters most, I recommend contacting those vendors first. Get a few quotes, take a look at what it's going to cost you, and when you find things that you're happy with, then insert those vendors' quotes into your budget first. From there, you're going to subtract that from your entire wedding budget, and the remaining number is what you're going to need to divvy out amongst all the remaining other areas of your wedding. So to help you in that, I recommend number 3, referencing useful guidelines. There are tons available to you, and most of the time they're free. I myself have compiled a complimentary budget planning worksheet for you on our website. It's available for download after our time together. Feel free to grab your copy. Now, most of these worksheets will include a percentage guideline, meant to help guide you in what areas are meant to have the most or the least money allocated towards their expenditures. But you need to remember one thing when looking at these percentages. They were made a very long time ago and aren't necessarily a reflection of where the industry is at today. The budget planning worksheet that I have included has been adjusted to what I feel is a great reflection of where the local Vancouver wedding market is sitting today. The last thing I want to point out, friends, is not to leave anything out. I know when we start planning, it's really easy to negate the little things, but what happens is over time, you go from being a little over budget to extremely over budget. And I know because it happened to me personally, because I negated the little tiny things. So here's the things you need to remember. Be sure to ask about hidden fees, like corkage fees, or how about cake cutting fees. Ask about room rental fees, deliveries. Essentially ask every single vendor if there's any little thing or hidden fee that you need to be aware of. How about the larger things, like the brunch after wedding day with family and friends, or the girlfriend's spa pedicure day, or how about the fabulous shoes that you absolutely have to have? All those things need to be accounted for into your budget. That way, you avoid surprises in the end. So these are my top tips on how to navigate the budget planning process effectively. I encourage you to go download your free copy of the Kailey Michelle Events Budget Planning Worksheet and get started today. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me at hello@KaileyMichelle.com. I'd be happy to answer any questions you have. So until next time, happy planning.